oinker on his belt.
Welcome everyone that clicked on this video. You can call me May, and today is finally the video. I have been working on kind of in the background for like ever. I mentioned in the last two videos that there's a video I've been working on technically since last year. This is that video. Like I said in those videos, I technically haven't been working on like fully last year. I literally took like several months breaks in between working on it to work on other stuff. But it has been an idea I've had since last year. Yes, this is a video I've been working on since technically last year. I will say I started to get some allergies, so if I sound a little bit congested, that's why. Or if I cough, that's why. But anyways, I'm going to get into the video. If you read the title or saw the thumbnail, you'll know it, hopefully. It's a Super Y related video. It's a Super Y redesign / Lil Rewrite. It's based on this YouTuber that I've watched. There's called Machete. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna just show it on the screen. They've done like some what if this kid show was made for like more of like a teen audience. Their representation to show like not edgy and dark, but they're like teen audience, kind of like Owl House and Amphibia and stuff like that. Some more teen-esque shows, but not full on edgy and dark. They've done this with Wildcraft, Paw Patrol, PJ Masks, and Octonauts, and others, I think, too. But when I saw those videos, I'm like, oh, that'd be fun to do. And I realized one they haven't done is Super Y. And I really liked Super Y when I was a kid. I love that show. Loved that show. So I decided it'd be fun to do what a Super Y, a little bit of a story twist, and make it more fun TV show. Also to draw the Super Y characters. So I don't know if I have anything else to say. The My Little Pony poll is still out, and I still haven't started making one. So if you want to vote on that for my Little Pony OC, what one I make next of my OCs, you can go vote on that before it's over. We'd have to scroll down a little because the 100 subscriber post was after that. But if you want to go vote on that, it's still out at the time of this video. Okay, so let's just get into it. We are going to do reverse age order because that's how I drew them. And I was going to do this order regardless. And I realized it's technically youngest to oldest. So let's just start. First up is Littlest Pig, as he's called when I looked up all their names. I'm going to get into that in a second. But first, I probably should discuss a tiny bit of the start of the rewrite. I'll discuss more of it throughout the thing, but the start of it is if you've watched Super Y, if you watched the intro to Super Y, you can see that there's a library, and then there's like kids playing library, and then they pan to a bookshelf. That's where you see Wyatt, and behind the bookshelf is a little door to the storybook world. So I'm gonna take that, but so my idea for the story is that some type of either little creatures. I haven't decided if they're gonna be little creatures, kind of like the Heartless from Kingdom Hearts, or actual like human looking more characters. Whatever one it was is trying to take over all the storybooks and probably make them have not happy endings or bad endings, or just trying to control all the storybooks. So this is happening in the storybook land before it happens in the books, like in each individual books, how they travel into books. If you haven't watched Super Y, you're gonna be a little bit confused by some of the actual stuff I don't explain. But when that was happening, the super readers, as they're called, they're like family members of them, help them escape. So they actually escaped to the quote-unquote real world. So now they're outside of that bookshelf area and in the real world. So, and then they have to occasionally go back into the storybook world to save each story individually. That's the basis of the idea I have at the moment. So they have to save their family members and stuff. So they have to save I think it would be like they have to save a story to save that person in the storybook world. And then when they save that story, maybe they can put like the seal thing on it. So kind of like in Miraculous Ladybug, when Ladybug gives people that like charm that makes it so they can't get kumatized. Even though I know that didn't technically work in the end. But it'd be kind of like that. It could be like that, but like once they save a story, that person and that story are safe from the bad guys. I did do quick idea sketches for bad guys. I don't know if they'd be, like I said, I don't know if they'd be more like little ghosty creatures like the Heartless, or actual characters, or a little bit of mix of both. But yeah, anyways, we are gonna get on. So I just wanted to lay out that story quick to get why there's two different designs, and the two different designs look so different. So we're gonna get into Littlest Pig, which for fun in this, since they're in the real world, I don't think half of their names would actually work as quote-unquote disguises. So they still have their original name as their actual name, but they all pick up an alias name except for Super Y himself, Wyatt, because Wyatt's actually a good name. So I looked up for all these, I looked up names related to the fairy tales themselves. None of the actual fairy tale characters had names in their original story. None of the original characters in the story had names, obviously, except for Wyatt, like Princess P, Red Riding Hood, and Little Pig, or the Three Little Pigs. All their names are just titles or the princess for like Princess P and stuff. We'll get into that more. For those who don't know, Littlest Pig is actually the son of the pig that built the brick house in the original fairy tale. So if you're curious about that, I'm gonna try to explain the character and stuff and all these, and then go to the design. But anyways, I decided to look up names, and then when I looked up Little Pig, a bunch of different versions popped up, like the ones from Disney's Silly Symphony shorts. They have those names, which are like Fiddler, and like something else. I'll show the name on the screen. I'll show that little thing. And there's the Shrek ones, which are one is Heimlich. But then there's other ones that were used, and I saw the other ones that were used. I couldn't pronounce them, but the last one in the category of like other common names for Three Little Pigs was Percy, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go with that because my sister's a really big Percy Jackson fan. She likes the Percy Jackson books, and I think that'd be a fun name for Pig. So I decided that his quote-unquote human name would be Percy Little. Yes, I gave him last names because Wyatt already had a last name, so I just added a last name onto them. A fun fact, though, in the original Super Y, Littlest Pig is only 4 years old, apparently. He is the youngest by a wide margin. In this, I decided to age them all up to teenagers. So I decided to make him still the youngest, but he's at 15 now instead of 4. So yes, he is 15 instead of 4, but he's still the youngest. But I decided for fun to give him all heights, and I made him the tallest at 6'4". I think that might be a little bit tall, but I like it. Okay, so we're going to get into his design a little bit before we continue. I decided to give him a full-on human design instead of a full-on pig design. I decided to do what people did for Tecto Blade, rest in peace, where there's like in this one, when I remember seeing, there was like an anime-looking character with pink hair, and then he could turn into like a full-blown bipedal pig. So that's what Little Pig can do, but he can go in like 3 different stages of like full human, part pig, full pig, but still bipedal. I did this mainly because I did not want to draw a full-on pig design, which you will see when I get to the super form. But we're going to talk about the human form, which I really like how it came out. I gave him blonde curly hair because I just felt like it fit his personality and how cute he is. His eye color, I believe I might have I changed a little bit of the hue of his eye color to make it more teal rather than blue. His ears in his uniform have a little bit of a pointy, slightly down facing to the top of him to make him kind of resemble a pig-like look without being full pig. The glasses, I just felt like fit for some reason. I thought was fun, so I added them. His outfit consists of like a long sleeve pink shirt, like a comfy long sleeve pink shirt, with a red t-shirt hoodie thing over top that has a little brick on it to represent his dad building the brick house, obviously. Most of these are also wearing like, well, him and Red, I believe, are wearing technical merch that would be in the real world for their storybooks. Like, this is probably merch related to the Little Pigs. He has suspenders on because I felt like it fit, because he gives me farming vibes, and I think suspenders are fun. And then his shoes and his pants are just because I felt like they went well with the design in the farm vibe. And then there's also the 2 different designs. I decided for this one to do a full-on character design, a portrait that's a little bit more chibi, and then the full-on chibi. I would say technically the closest to the Super White art style itself is the headshot. And in all the headshots, their hair and outfit is slightly different. Well, their hair is slightly different and their outfit's different. So in this one, he's wearing a Three Little Pigs shirt because I thought it'd be fun to make them wear their own merch for fun. You can also see that it goes down. The bottom of the headshot portrait is bricks because they all have a different design to fade out off the headshot to make it look more neat. And then the chibi, he's working on something. I decided not to give these chibis mouths to make them extra cute, and I like how it came out on him, so I did it to the rest of them. You will see on some of them I sketched different chibis, but I changed the chibi designs. But this one, he's just working on something. I don't know if can't remember if I was trying to make him have a little house in his hand that he's building or a little toolbox. But I don't remember which one. I will say I decided his personality, I don't know if I changed it that much. I honestly technically didn't watch Super White episodes to remember this. I just watched videos a video about Super Y. From what I remember, he was really sweet. So in this universe, he's a very sweet and kind of shy character. He's really kind. He gives off the gentle giant vibes. He is the youngest, but he is also the tallest. So yeah, I personally really like how he came out. I don't know if I have much else to say. So yeah, I will just move on to his Super Y or Super Reader outfit or design. So we'll go on to that one. So this is it as a Super Y name would call him Alpha Pig. I decided if I was gonna change. I'm not gonna change all the superhero names because most of them are good. This is the only one I debated changing, but I don't know what I would change it to. So right now it stays as Alpha Pig, which is hilarious, which is absolutely hilarious. So if you could see with this one, I completely changed it from his original design. I mean, I did with the other one too, but like I changed the color schemes. I took away the bluish purple color he had and the orange and replaced it with pink and blue is what he actually has now. I was really sad realizing looking back on his original design, I didn't give him a hat like his original design, and now I'm kind of sad about it. His little hat that has a propeller in it that pops out. Love that. But I didn't do that, which is sad, but that's okay. So you can see here what I mean by half pig design. If you look at his legs are like pig-like, kind of like, I don't know what they're called, fawns or whatever, like, but my first thought is Grover from Percy Jackson, how he has the half goat legs. Or like a centaur, but not a horse with like two legs. It's just the one set of legs, but they are more animal-like. So he has hooves and stuff. That is part, and then he has pig ears, even though I know they don't look like pig ears. That's just how I wanted to draw them because I thought they were cute. He has a pigtail, which is really sticking out to the side in this one, but it would be way more behind him. I wanted to make sure it was there, so I added it closer to the side. And underneath the mask, he has a little pig nose, which would probably look creepy, but since it's in the little more chibi-esque design, it looks fine, and since it's straight on, it looks fine. I don't want to think about what it would actually look like, but I added that to add some pig part to him. All of these, you will see that I changed from the human design to the super design, or the normal design to the super design. I changed it so they have different hair and eye colors in between both, kind of make them more unique. I did this first with, him. I gave him pink hair and I liked it. And then I wanted to give, I believe I wanted to get Super Y, like Wyatt's superhero design, different color eye than his normal design. So I decided to do that for all of them. So in this, his eyes are just pure black, kind of more like a pig, like an actual animal. So yeah, I added that so that's why in all these, the hair and eye color are different, a lot more. Obviously his hair is pink because of pig. He has a little ponytail in the back that curls kind of like a pig's tail for more of the pig motif. He has a lot of pig noses, like decals on his outfit. I wanted to get like motifs down more, so I just added a bunch of lines onto stuff, which could look really weird that he has a lot of pig nose on him, but I thought it was a fun motif idea to add the like nostril stripes to stuff. So that's why it's all over the weird clip on his tool belt straps, and then his belt itself, and then his pockets of his shorts. I gave him shorts to show off the pig leg more. And I gave him a mask because it just felt right. I liked the idea of it, and I want to add a bigger pig nose to his design, but not on his face. So I gave him a mask for that. He has like kind of a flannel-like shirt on, and then he has mud decals. It's not actual mud. It's supposed to look like actual mud, but it's not actually mud, you know. So it's part of his design. He also has the safety glasses still from his current design, or from his actual design. They all have powers too in the original one, and they're all overpowered and different. I decided to change some of them. Some of them I won't change much, but some I might change a lot. But I don't fully know what I want to do for all of them. Right now I'm thinking for Little Pig here, or Littlest Pig, or Alpha Pig, or whatever you want to call him. I'm thinking his power would be more something like either can build anything or like Fix It Felix's hammer, but with a little bit more added to it and how it works. Like he can build stuff or fix stuff. I'm leaning towards like a building power of some type, which he kind of had in the original, but I want to change it to be not educational themed or reading themed. So yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say. In the superhero designs, their headshots are just some of their outfit stuff taken off. So he just has a long sleeve or a short sleeve, haven't decided. Turtleneck shirt underneath the flannel. So this is him without that and more chill or curly hair. So yeah, his original designs are adorable but also interesting. Honestly, his base design was actually adorable with the little suspenders and stuff. His Alpha Pig design is okay. It's alright. It's cute. He has a little toolbox, which is cute. But, yeah. I don't know if I have very much else to say. But we'll move on to the next character. Next character is Little Red Riding Hood, which she technically is a second youngest because she ties with the next character in age. She actually takes a big leap from Little Pig's 4-year-old self to she is canonically in the earliest part of the story, at least. I went for their first age written down that I found, not like, because some say, oh, but at this episode they turned this or this. But I went with the first age, so canonically in the thing she is 9 years old. I decided to age her up to 16. Yes, I changed the age gap between the ages mainly for Little Pig to be closer to their age. Otherwise, the age gap is the same throughout the rest of them. So yes, I decided to also make her the shortest character because I thought it would be fun. So her name in the original universe or original one is canonically just Little Red Riding Hood. That simple. In this one, I decided to give her the name Scarlet. And for some people, that name will be recognizable for a Little Red Riding Hood character because it's the name of the Little Red Riding Hood character in the Lunar Chronicles, which is another book series my sister loves. But I decided to do that name because then they could still call her Red, and it makes sense because Scarlet is like red. I almost named her Charlotte, but I decided to go with Scarlet, so then the nickname Red would make more sense. They all call her Red regardless. And her name in the real world is, I decided to go with Scarlet Hood. I was going to go with Scarlet Red, but I thought that was a little mouthful, so I decided to go with Scarlet Hood. For fun, nod to Little Red Riding Hood. And if she has the last name, it would be Hood. Imagine if her name is like Red is her first name, Riding is her middle name, and Hood is her last name in the original. That'd be funny. I decided to also make her the shortest at 5'4", average female height, because I could. So I think her personality would be kind of a sporty and more chipper girl. She loves food in my idea. She loves food. And to roller skate, obviously. She probably also likes to adventure in the woods and stuff as well. For her design, I decided to change her slightly more brownish orange hair to slightly more of a bright orange. And put it up in a ponytail instead of two little braid pigtail things to the sides. Her eyes, I changed from like the hazily color they originally were to just a brown. Just a straight up brown instead of like a more light brown. So I like how that came up. I decided to give her freckles all over. Her whole body's covered in freckles because in the original she had 3 little freckles. I decided to go all out with them. So you can see her face is covered in freckles and the back of her hand is too. Her knees would also be, but they are not showing. But yeah, she has this freckles all over because some redheads have that. And I think it's really pretty, and I think it's cute, so I decided to give it to her. For her outfit, I decided to a cropped hoodie that has like the stripe on the side, like the athletic. I would call it the athletic. I'm calling it the athletic stripe, because most athletic, when you think of athletic clothing, half of them have that. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't buy enough athletic clothing. But I decided to give it that crop hoodie, but it has a little wolf on the front. This is another one that's probably kind of merch of her own character. This is probably another one that's kind of merch of her story. It's like a red hooded little sweatshirt with a wolf on it. So it's probably based on her story. I decided to give her that because she ain't afraid of the wolf anymore. I honestly don't know. Oh yeah, I did look up names for Red Riding Hood characters, but I didn't find a good one I liked. So that's why I do Scarlet. And I decided to give her purple shorts because her, in her original Super Y story, in her superhero form, her color scheme is red and purple. So I decided to still keep that color scheme. It does stay for the superhero form. You will see that in a minute here. But in this form, I decided to just give her some red shorts but the little like belt piece, like right where a belt buckle would be, and that's technically not a belt buckle. It's more of like where a button would be on some shorts. Is a little picnic basket for a little fun added detail and stuff. Probably doesn't make sense, but I did anyways. I gave her a choker for fun, and I decided to keep. She has like a black tank top and black leggings underneath her two things for a fun look. I like how she came out. She has roller skate shoes with the wheels. I imagine they could just pop into the bottom of the soles, and she doesn't want to use them. But this is them out. Just poke out a little bit. Kind of like Heelys, how they don't have are half in the shoe, half out of the shoe, but full on roller skates, so it's 4 wheels instead of 1. So yeah, in her chibi design, you can see that she's making sure her shoes strapped on nice and tight. In her portrait design, I realized half of these look like pajamas, so you can take them as pajamas if you want. In her portrait design, though, she has her hair down with a pinkish red shirt, or light red shirt, I was gonna call it because I did light red and not pink. So like a light reddish shirt that has little fluffles around the collar, because that's the correct terminology. It has just Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf, but just Grandma on the shirt, kind of like another, again, merch for her story, which I like. I think she's cute. So yeah, I realized some of these characters I don't have, but I'm just saying what I remember to say about the characters, because I wrote some stuff down so I wouldn't forget, but I don't know if there's anything else I have to say about these characters. If you have any questions about any of what my ideas for these characters are, you can ask them, and I'll see if I have an answer. Anyways, next is her superhero design, also known as Wonder Red, which I think is still a good name for her. As you can see in her design, she still has the red hood, for classic Red Riding Hood, but it has like ear silhouettes. Those are not, she does not actually have wolf ears underneath that. You can see that in the portrait when her hood's off, or the headshot when her hood's off. It's just for the silhouette. I decided because I was watching a lot, I think, before this or during this or way before. I remember watching like how to make a good VTuber design or a character design in general. And they talk about silhouettes. So I decided it'd be fun to make her silhouette look kind of like an animal. I was going for wolf, but now I realized it'd look more cat-like. So she has little ears that are on her hood, and you can see where her hood spikes down onto her forehead. Has like a little line to represent kind of a nose. Because I thought it'd be fun to add a little wolf motif or wolf silhouette or design motif thing to Little Red Riding Hood for fun. I also made her hair really long into a braid to add a tail onto the silhouette. That's why I had said it looks kind of more like a cat than a wolf, but it was supposed to be a wolf. Yes, that was a braid. That braid kind of sucked to draw, if I remember correctly. But I thought I like it. As you can see, I changed her hair from the light orange or the orange natural red hair to a dark crimson red hair. Because again, I decided to change them all from their normal hair color to a different hair color to make it more unique. And I guess if you look at the actual character design for her hair is a little bit brighter in the Wonder Red form, or it's just the photo I have. I think it might just be the photo I have, to be honest. But yeah, and I also decided to give her light blue eyes because I thought they really popped with all the red. I liked how they looked. So that's why she has that. Her outfit consists of like a tank top with like a tank top dress thing that has like short in the front, long in the back, and kind of goes like a whoosh. It comes out, I realized it comes out in 2 pieces. I'm guessing I did that for more wolf motifs or to split it up a little bit more so it wasn't just a solid piece, you know? It's like 2 pieces of fabric that just fly behind her. I also realized on all the original Super Y designs, if I remember correctly, they all had capes of some kind. And I'm like, oh, I should stick with that and give them like a something on their back to represent a cape. So I did that for everyone except for Lil Pig. So I made it like 75% of the way there and failed at the first hurdle though. which I thought was funny when I look back on it. But yeah, her inside of her cape, she has the hood, the Red Riding Hood hood. Which I realized in the Super Why universe, she doesn't actually have the Red Riding Hood hood. Either of her designs, which is kind of funny. Yeah, she sticks with her purple and red color scheme. And then she sticks with having gloves and stuff by changing them around. This time though, she has leggings with some, I don't know if they'd be straps on top leggings or straps inside leggings. I think on top would look cooler. Some red ones there. She has a purple belt. And then she still has the rollerblades from her original design. It's just color changed and slightly design changed a little bit more. But yeah, she's still rocking the rollerblades. Made her gloves longer though. Besides, also the pattern on her gloves and her main part of her outfit is supposed to be kind of resembling the picnic basket, like a woven look. But it is kind of like the flannel texture. But it's supposed to kind of represent a picnic basket. And I thought it would fit. And I thought it's cute. So yeah, and I realized I forgot to say, in her portrait, or the headshot of her, the bottom of it is supposed to look like the basket. So that's why it looks like that. You can see in that design how her hair looks like underneath the hood. You can see that there's no wolf ears. I think I always associate a Red Riding Hood wolf design because of Cerise from Ever After High. I will say that. And if I said the braid on the top was hard, but no, I forgot how hard the little braid on the chibi was because of all of it. But I love how they both came out, and I like how they look. Power-wise, I don't know, because I tried to go watch stuff to see what her power was before, and I forgot. All I know, it's rhyming, so I believe she could switch stuff that rhymes with each other, like instead of log, it could change into a frog type of thing. I think I remember, but I'm not doing that. Ditch that. So my first idea was maybe just change it to like just plain old super speed. But right now I'm thinking, what if she has a picnic basket that she could pull any food out of? But I don't know how that would really help in this situation. So I don't know yet. If you have any ideas for powers for any of them that I don't have a down pat and whatever, like a good power for, feel free to leave it in the comments and with any questions. So now we'll move on to the next character. Next is Wyatt, or Super Wyatt, the main character of the series. Why is he next? Because he's actually the second oldest, tied with Red at 9 years old. But in the like wiki thing about their characters, it says he's 9, and then it's like, but in this episode he turns 10, in this episode he turns 11. Don't know how that works when the other characters age up, but yes, he's technically older than Red because he's actually been portrayed as 10 as well. Also, before I just talk about Super Why, I want to rant. So this show, I don't know when I can't remember it ended, but in like 2023, they made a new series called Super Why Comic Book Adventures. And what is this? What is this? This dang show, right? One, the designs are worse. But two, they have the main four, right? No, they don't. They replace my boy, Littlest Pig, with whoever the heck this is, stinking Power Page. Who the flip is Power Page? Now it's just like Wyatt's surrounded by girls. He gets his own like harem or something. That was a joke, by the way. But yeah, I don't like the show. Throw Power Page out here. Give me Little Pig back. Love Little Pig. He's best. I also forgot that they added a dog in like the second season. I did not redraw because I don't really care about the dog. Because I don't remember watching any episodes with the dog in it. But then also the third season, the animation changed, and all I remember is it sucked. And then there's this, like, I think it was a computer game, and that has worse animation. Anyways, also when I was looking up stuff, pictures for Super Why, there's these dang like human in costume ones. They are terrifying looking. They look bad. I don't like it. But anyways, let's actually get into Wyatt. So Wyatt kept his original name of Wyatt, obviously, and he actually kept his only one to keep the original full name he has, which is Wyatt Beanstalk. Because if you don't know, Wyatt is Jack from Jack and Beanstalk's younger brother in the original, and obviously still in this one too. Red is the only one that's actually her own main storybook character. She's Little Red Riding Hood, so she is literally Little Red Riding Hood, not in any weird way. Wyatt is also, since his original name is ages 9, he also stuck with Red and aged him up to 16 in this. I decided to also make him 6 foot, even though I realize these heights are a little bit probably needing to change for their ages. but that's their like going to be their final height. But maybe they're just tall for their age. I don't know. I mean, most people stop growing around 18, so maybe they saw like growth spurts early, especially Littlest Pig. So yeah, he's 16 now. I decided to. He's probably the one that changed the personality of most in my head. He has definitely a more calm, chill, and stoic personality. Probably a little bit more quiet. He just likes to read a lot. Hence his little chibi in reading a book at this very moment. He probably likes to read, for one, just liking to read it, and two, to gain more knowledge to be able to save the storybook world better, because I would have the idea if he took it the hardest, like, the reason his personality changed is because he blames himself. He blames himself for not being able to save the people in the storybook world right then and there, like, when it was happening, all the angsty stuff, you know? So, yeah, but obviously he was probably, like, he was probably, like, young at the time. He was probably maybe even the same age he was in the original show when this happened. I don't know. But yeah, he blamed himself, so that's why his personality changed a little bit to be a little bit more quiet and stoic and calm. For his design itself, I took the idea I got from his original design and just changed it. So he has a sweater on top of a white button-up shirt with the stripes through it. I realized it gave me Mad Steve from Blue's Clues vibes a little bit there. It's kind of similar to his original one, but a little bit different. His pants are basically the same ones he wore in the original. It's like the khaki or whatever color. And he just has some blue tennis shoes. His hair I made way more spiky because that's how I like drawing it. And gave him a little ponytail because I like giving ponytails like my male characters for some reason. His portrait design, his hair is down. It's actually shorter than it probably looks. It really just goes down to right below, like literally right where you see it cut off on the portrait is where most of it cuts off. It just strays into a more of a tip, which makes total sense. You totally get what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. His eyes are definitely brighter than they were in the original. They're now bright blue instead of the normal blue that he had before. And then his portrait has just a Jack and the Beanstalk shirt, which I decided for I remember all the portraits I gave, or the headshots, whatever you want to call it, I gave more comfortable clothes for it, but now I realize they're all just pajamas basically, so that's what they are apparently. And his on the bottom goes into vines, so that's what his looks like. I had more story stuff in front of his because I remembered more of it. Want to hear what I wrote for my plot summary so I wouldn't forget? And storybook characters and their families, or trapped by the bad guys, but Superway gang was able to escape to the real world thanks to fam. They can travel between the real world and the storybook world to go to different stories and save them one at a time. My great grammar strikes again. I was just quickly writing this down so I wouldn't forget any plot points I wanted to add. So then I realized that half of it is spelled wrong. But yes. So I'll move now on to Superwise Super Design. Next is Superwise Super Design, which is called Super Y. Yes, his name is Super Y. Am I keeping it? Why not? Also, how he got his name in the universe sucks because he has Y all the time. That's why he's called Super Y. Also, I didn't mention this brief one, but ships in the series, I know some of you are going to be like, what, they're kids? I feel like I remember thinking that Super Y and Princess P were a cute duo. And they are probably in this too. Gonna be a cute duo if I make any animatics or anything off this, which I'm not promising. I might not even ever do that, but that's just idea popped in my mind. But I gotta admit, these two, I always thought were kind of cute. They low-key gave that vibe. I feel like one of them had a crush on the other, but I don't remember. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Super Y. His design probably changed the most out of them all, which is saying a lot because, well, actually, I would say him or Lil Pig probably changed the most. No, him. Maybe even Red. Honestly, he probably changed one the most. They all changed quite a lot in their superior design, or in their designs in general. But I decided for him, for just because I felt like it fit, I gave him more of a ninja plant theme because his brother is Jack and Beanstalk. So I added a lot of plant motifs and themes to it. All the straps on him are supposed to look like green vines, except for his belt, obviously. He has leaves on his hands and his feet to look cool. The back of his top jacket thing goes back down into a leaf looking thing. The hairstyles all changed also on the super designs. for his hairstyle in this one, I decided to do a long, thin ponytail that looks kind of like a line, I realized when looking at it. But his hair changed to like a dark green with a couple fades of a brighter green, which I realize some areas don't look as faded as well. But that's fine. He has a scarf for 2 reasons. 1, I love scarves, and 2, the ninja theme scarf. And I wanted to give him a scarf because I did want to. And instead of a cape for him, he has the strands of the scarf behind him. That's what those 2 things behind him are. He has like I'm going to call it the ninja pants, but I don't know if they're ninja pants or just fancy pants. But like the pants that poof up and they go right into the shoe. For design, that's why he has the pose he does, is to give a kind of a ninja vibe to him. His eyes change from the dark blue to a bright green here. He's the one I really want to change the eye color of in his superior design, I believe, I remember. So I decided to do it for all of them. Kind of like how a little pig was the one I wanted to change the hair color for, so I decided to do it for all of them. But yeah, his colors are obviously green and brown are his 2 main colors, which changes. I just basically replaced the blue in his original design for brown, because I don't want to have the basic superior design. I want to have something cool. He has slightly more pointed ears for kind of an elf vibe because of the plant theme. He's not an elf, he just probably has slightly more pointy ears. Or just the drawing, I don't know, I just did it for fun. He is very probably calm and stoic in this as well. He has cool fingerless gloves. I can't decide the fingerless gloves. I feel like they are probably not, but they also could be attached to the shirt that he's wearing underneath. I don't know. He's still reading in his chibi on this one. Still grinding that read. I do really like how his outfit came out better on the chibi. I feel like it just looked more like what I wanted it to look like on the chibi. On his portrait, you can see that his scarf is gone and he has a little vine tattoo thing on it. Why? I don't know. I just gave it to him because I thought it was cool. I also always love giving characters that have like something on their face, a reason for it being on their face. Kind of like how in Minecraft My Street, I like how I'm using an example. Half of the people here won't even know. More than half, actually. The character has freckles, but he doesn't like them, I think. So he wears a mask to cover them. Like a reason for the thing. It could have just been a cool scarf, and that could be a reason, even though that's probably the main reason I like it. But I decided to give him a little vine tattoo thing. I also thought maybe it would be fun, and I'm thinking of some of these on the spot like right now. It'd be fun if the characters originally had the same outfits they did in the original series, and then got these outfits after all that stuff happened. Like, kind of like how Miraculous Ladybug, if you think about a different design, you could change your outfit, like Cat Noir did into Catwalker. I didn't even watch that episode, I just watched stuff about that episode. So yeah, his powers, I don't know what I would give him for powers, because his power in the original was the power to read. But maybe his is like the Miraculous Ladybug type power, where at the end he can put like a thing on it to change the story to keep it safe from the rest. Or plant powers, I don't know. But I think he would have whatever the MacGuffin or whatever power that is able to like keep a story safe after they go through it. I also didn't realize on the little pig, I didn't mention that his hands are, you can decide if they are hooves or if they're just gloves that look like hooves. But anyways, before I move on to the next character, I was just drawing dramatic stuff for no reason in chibi form. And I drew this scene between Wyatt and Lil P. And look at this. Look at the drama here. She's yelling at him and he's sad. And this is the vibe of the themes, a scene in this rewrite of the story. Possibly not. I was just having fun drawing expressions, and I decided to use them for that. I think it's because I really wanted the shrug, the head kind of shrugged down into the shoulders thing, and I said Princess P. Yeah, this is also when I was thinking that there could technically be a ship in this universe. I don't know about the original universe. They always gave me that vibe, though. Anyways, we'll move on to the last character. Last but not least is Princess P. Yes, in the original universe, she is canonically the oldest at 10 years old. In this universe, however, she has turned to 17 because 10 years old is a little bit too young. But this one, when I looked up names for Princess P characters, one of the first was Isabella, which is a good name. I like the name, but I just didn't want to do it. And then I found one that it's called Penelope or whatever, which I'll try to maybe put on the screen how it's spelled, which I didn't want to do because I couldn't I can't pronounce it. But that gave me the idea to do Penelope, because I thought it'd be fun to have a P name since Princess P is her name. So I decided to go with Penelope for her human or real life name in this universe. Technically, all their names are still their original names, but in like the real world, they have to have actual names. Otherwise, being called Princess P would be very, very weird. So her name in this is Penelope P. Yes, P is still a weird last name, but at least it makes a little bit more sense without Princess being your first name. I also decided to make her either the second shortest or the third tallest, however you want to look at it, at like 5'6". For Princess P's design, I remember when I was like, oh, I want to do this, I sketched up a design, and I already had it, like, for some reason, an idea just popped in my head, I believe, of Princess P, so I decided to go with it. But before we get that, I realized, I forgot to say, I thought her personality is very kind and sweet and gentle, but I thought she would have the fun character trait of always being tired, because she's, in fact, the daughter of Princess P, not the original Princess P, even though her name is Princess P. Yes, it's confusing, but that's okay. But I thought in the real world, wherever they're sleeping, the bed's probably not perfectly magical, either a magically made bed or a perfectly comfortable bed. So she probably doesn't sleep well because there's probably even like the smallest bit of dust could probably get her to like toss and turn all night. So she probably actually doesn't get good sleep pretty often. Hence why on the headshot portrait form, she has bags under her eyes. I thought it was a fun character trait. For some reason, I like making tired characters. So yeah, on her portrait, on the headshot, you can see her eyes. You can see the eyelid because her eyes are slightly closed, and she has the bags underneath because she is tired. So yeah, that's her main character. That's her like one different character trait I thought of. That would be fun because in the storybook world, there's probably some type of magic that makes it so people that are super sensitive to stuff like that can sleep well, but not in this world. So I always really liked her hair in her civilian form, I guess, in the original, but I decided to make her hair more curly and poofy. It's also half pulled up into like a little bun on the back of her head. It does look like more on the side of her back of her head, but that's again more for the drawing angle so you can see it rather than for not to be back there. She has some decently long curly dark hair. I did give her some freckles because I love giving characters freckles, and I wanted to because I thought it was cute. She does not have as many as Red Riding Hood, but I thought it'd be fun to still give her some. Her eyes in this I made way more pastel than in the original to give them like a pastel greenish color to kind of represent peas, which is like the main motif, like the little motif I added. Hence why she has on her choker, she has a pea, and same with her 2 buttons on her skirt. But yeah, she has that motif. And then she has like a little off the shoulder, ruffly white, like off-white top. It's like a purplish off-white. So it has the ruffles on the top and the ruffles around the cuffs of the sleeves, which I think is really cute. And then she has a simple skirt, which I feel like I should have added more detail to, but I also didn't want to make it over detailed. So that's what it ended up on. Then she has the poofy bottoms of her skirt. And then she has some just green, slightly lace-up shoes. Probably just a little, like, one, like, there's probably a wrap right above those ones. And that's where the lace-up stop, because I like that. And I did them green for, obviously, the secondary color is green on her design. And then I gave her a little bow in the hair because it just felt cute and right. And in her portrait design, or her headshot design, whatever you want to call it, she's wearing pajamas with little peas all over them. So these are probably Princess P pajamas that you could buy at the store. Not in real life, but in this version of the real world, you can, apparently. Again, some of their designs are wearing stuff that are based on their story. Her mom of her portrait design is supposed to be layers of, like, bedding, and then there's the little circle at the bottom that represents the P. I thought that would be cute. And then, since she's always tired in her chibi design, she is snoozing. She's just taking a little nap. And now I realize with all these portrait designs, I want to quickly put them all in the photo and see if I can lay them out where they can make a cohesive making sense. They're all either sitting or laying down. But yeah, I think that's all I really got to say for this particular design. I really like how she came out. I also saved her for last because she is my favorite character. when I was younger, and still now, she's my favorite character. I realized I didn't say that, but yeah, she's my favorite. That's why she's the last one. I realized it was also in age order, the way I wanted to present them, but yeah, she's my favorite, so she's the last one. And her hair in the this portrait design, I realized also I forgot to say, it's actually a big braid that's down, a really loose braid. So that's why it looks like that. Anyways, on to her superhero design. Her superhero design, also known as Princess Presto, which I still kept the name because Princess Presto works. So, her like design is kind of based on like fairy godmother ballerina themed. I realized, I don't know where I got the ballerina until I realized that she was a ballerina at one point. She gives like a fairy character or fairy godmother character in the ballet kind of vibes. So I really like, honestly, how she came out. So, and then there's a little bit of plant theme in there with her dress skirt kind of looking like a flower. So in her design, I decided to change her hair to purple. She's the one I was most hesitant about changing the hair of. But since I did it to the rest of them, I wanted to do all of them. So I decided to give her purple hair for fun. But I did make it so the bottom of her hair is very light and the front of her hair is more dark. So her bun is this completely light lavenderish, like lighter than lavender purple. And then her front hair is darker. Because I thought it was fun and cute. You can see a lot of PEA motifs on here, on the crown, on her earrings, on the top of her gloves, on the bracelets, on the bottom of her shoes, and on her necklace. Or choker, I guess. Plus, on her magic wand. Also, I changed her freckles to green to give off a pea vibe. Lots of peas. So many. I changed her eye color to pink because I wanted to keep it green because I liked how it looked. But I said to change it to pink since I already changed everyone else's. I didn't want her to be different. Instead of a cape on her design, she has a giant bow on her back that is from the same belt around her waist. For her design itself, she has a layered dress with the top layer part being just like a wrap looking thing that gives a sweetheart neckline, and then it goes into the skirt that has the flower look to it. Then the undercoat, the petticoat looking thing, I guess is best to describe it. Underneath the skirt, all the stuff is purpley, like a light whitish, like a white that's tinted like a light purple color, because I thought it looked really cute with the design, have not just pure white, and I really like how it came out. In one of the original designs I gave her, she didn't have the like green turtleneck part, but I thought one added more green design and two made it more modest, which I really liked. I gave her some purple lipstick because I thought it was fun. Kept a crown. She kept the gloves she originally had, but I just changed them. I didn't realize, I totally forgot in her original design from the show, her gloves have a little green ruffle at the top, but for this I made it like a line of, like, it looks like beads, but it's actually peas. Well, not actual peas, it's like, they're all like pearls, but colored green is the best way to describe them all. And then I also gave some bracelets. Her gloves are a lighter color than the top of her dress to give a fun distinction. You could really tell a little bit of a ballet-esque theme to her shoes, how they wrap up all the way. Instead of just wrapping slowly, they just wrap all the way up to her thighs, past her knees. And then the top of the shoe part of the shoes themselves have little peas on them for fun and cute. I really like how actually this design came out. And you can see in her portrait, she still has the sleepy eyes, but I took off like the crown and the gloves off on her portrait. But yeah, I also kind of like how the bow gives her kind of like a little bit of a wing motif to it, even if it's a really low. Yeah, I really like how it came out. She's probably my favorite. I love this design. At least her dress is for sure my favorite. I think my favorite hair goes to her first form. But overall, Princess P definitely came out as my favorite. I really like her. Her powers, I'm thinking kind of like My Little Pony magic style, where she can lift anything up or like make force field type of things, you know? Like the basic of My Little Pony magic, not like the teleporting or the conjuring stuff out of thin air, but like the spells to like make how you can make like a barrier to protect yourself, like shield, or lift stuff up. You know, like the color, how it's like one color. Kind of imagine that. She definitely gives off a fairy godmother vibe in the original universe with how she does her magic. I also didn't realize she was like the only one that could use her magic in the storybook world. But yeah, I really like Princess P, and I like all their designs, and I think it all came out great. So yeah, that's all about the characters. Like I said at the start, this is like I said, I had a little rewrite into here of them getting sent to the real world by like somehow escaping the fairy tale world while it was getting taken over by these bad guys. Thanks to the help of their friends and family, like their storybook friends and family. And then now they live in the real world. They probably technically have to go to high school too, but I never really thought that far into it. But yeah. And obviously, they have to go back in the storybook world to save one story at a time. And by the end of it, probably eventually do save all the stories and move back to storybook world, but can visit the human world at any point they want. I have a cute little photo here also of their heights, their new and old names, their new and old ages, and then their superhero form on the side with their stuff. Because I thought it'd be fun to add. I don't know if there's much else to say about all the characters individually. But the video's not over yet. I think I talked most about the story. If you have any questions, I could make a little follow-up video if I think of any more plot ideas for if there was a teenage, young adult version of this story. It'd probably be more of a teenage, kind of like an Amphibia in the Owl House type of style, like the Imrushedi person makes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this, and I hope I enjoyed it. But before the video's over, I did actually send my sister also really liked Super Y when we were younger. We both liked it a lot. I decided to film her reaction to, I made some little chibi versions of the characters, which you might have seen during the video or you might have not seen. I don't know if I was showing them or not. But I made some little chibi ones of their designs before I fully made them. Like I did some sketches. And I showed my sister to get her thoughts on them. And here's her reaction to some of them, or some of the bits of her reaction to them, because I thought it was funny, and I hope you enjoyed this part. I'm recording it right now. Your audio is getting recorded as we speak.
Yeah, but you're not even gonna use it, so it doesn't even matter.
No, I will use it. To who should I show you first?
Oh, it's freaking
Who should I show you first? It's a Super White character.
Piggy!
I want to see Piggy.
Give me Piggy. Oh! He's so cute! So this is him as a human?
Yeah.
And him as a piggy.
Yeah.
I love him in both of them.
I had story ideas, but that would be for the actual video.
Yeah. You don't gotta spoil the story ideas.
Yeah.
But are you using both, or?
I'm going to draw both again.
Oh, so you just want me to say if I like them or not?
The design-wise,
yeah.
yeah.
They're so cute.
I gave him a random
it.
pose. It was
He
throwing
looks
up.
so timid. He's 6 years old. Are you gonna age him up a little bit?
I'm aging them up quite a bit.
Okay, I was gonna say 6 years old. I don't know about that, but
I guess
he's
we can
so
go
cute.
down the line because next up is Wyatt, because he's next on. It goes.
Wyatt!
The save order was Pig, Wyatt, Red, P. So next is Wyatt. I completely changed his other design.
Oh my goodness. He's iconic. Wait, he looks like a little studious fellow in this one.
And that's what I was going for. It felt like his vibe, the sweater vest. Or not sweater vest. This one.
Is he like a superhero?
Well, they all have that, but when I realized his brother was Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Then you really doubled down with the Jack.
I really doubled
Beanstalk.
down with the
His name is Wyatt Beanstalk. You've told me.
Yeah, I know.
So,
But I went down with the leaves and
it
the
looks
green.
good.
And I changed all their hair and
I
eye
have
colors.
one question.
Yeah.
Why are the knees so low down?
I don't know what this is. They're low down. When people say they are drawn lower than you'd think, and those are just actually drawn accidentally
It's
really
like
low.
really low.
Yeah, at least at the final.
But
These
he
are the
also
sketches.
doesn't have that long of legs, so it's like. I mean, they're pretty long.
Yeah, so yeah, he accidentally became a tall boy.
He's so cute. He looks so friendly.
Yeah, I couldn't help but give one of the boy characters.
I was like,
ponytail.
gonna say longer hair, ponytail vibes.
I mean, he has a ponytail in this one. It's just behind his back, so you can't see it. But it's supposed to like curl up like a pigtail.
So do they have regular versions, and then they have like in the book versions or something?
Kind of.
Okay. Well, I don't need you to spoil it.
Super
It's
Y?
your whole video. No, yours.
Yeah, it's like Super White how they can like basically a magical girl transformation.
Yeah, but Piggy is a pig in both worlds.
Yeah, but I just didn't want to draw.
Yeah, no,
he has you can see his ear.
Oh, it's got a piggy ear. Penelope Pig Nose.
No.
All right, I
Not
like
Penelope Big Nose.
it. I like it.
And then your favorite character is Red, right? Well, Red or Wyatt, wasn't it?
Right. It was always Red. I liked Wyatt though.
I changed her.
Hear me out, Cake.
Why?
He's a
No,
child.
it would be his brother, Jack.
Jack is a bean.
Hear me out. Leah puts the name Jack on the cake.
Literally any character named Jack.
She turned into, like, I changed also the hair colors on and eye colors of both forms for more fun. He's supposed to have more green.
Oh, she's so cute.
I decided to give her, instead of the 2 braids, one really long braid to kind of represent a tail.
Yeah, I really like her. I like the like sporty Rainbow Dash vibes.
I really like how her and P in specifically came out. I think the guys came out good for, like, I didn't know what to do for Pig.
Yeah.
And I really liked how Pigs came out
You
after
didn't
I
have a
finished
lot
it.
to work with.
So really had a lot to work with. These two I had, like, good amount to work with.
You know, she's so cute.
Yeah, she has she has the roller skate shoes on both, but these are roller blades because I realized she had roller blades in her super outfit. Changed her eyes to blue just because I thought that it would pop the most, like a sky blue, because I wanted them all different eyes. They're all normal eye colors or they're canon eye colors.
Mm-hmm. No, she's really
I
cute.
gave her more red head and then red scarlet.
She got
hair.
like fox ears,
It's just the hood.
but they're like fox shaped
They're wolf shaped.
or wolf shaped.
Yeah. And
I never, but aren't the wolves the bad guys?
this is in the future. I don't know.
Oh, you can decide the lore
I can decide
later.
the lore later.
No, it's cute. I love it.
Gave her like the sporty outfit and stuff.
She
Yeah.
looks good.
I really like how this
She looks like a superhero. She looks like she's from Miraculous Ladybug.
What would it be? Kind of her animal be then?
She'd have what a wolf.
And then my personal favorite character, and I really liked her.
Oh, she's giving winter vibes.
She does kind of give winter. I
Her
like how
knees
this-
are low too.
Yeah, they were accidentally low. I'm sorry. See, this one you can't tell. This one doesn't look as low.
Bro, it looks like her ankles. I'm sorry. I'm not nitpicking. It actually looks great. She's so cute.
I really like how this hair and outfit came out. And
No, I love her hair.
And this is when I decided to just do random hair colors for them for fun.
Mm-hmm. No, I love this one.
Yeah, I really like how
I love this one too, but I really like that one.
Yeah, I really like that came out. And I realized they all had capes in their original ones.
Did you give her a cape?
I gave her the big bow instead of the cape, so she has some flowy.
Yeah.
I did. They both have. And he
Yeah,
has the
cape
scarf.
scarf.
He doesn't have anything right now because I totally forgot that when I was designing him.
Why does he get an oinker on his belt?
I thought it'd be a fun design detail.
Use it as the cold open. Why has he got an oinker? I don't even know what an oinker is. You know what I meant? Like a snout, a snooter.
I thought it would be fun to add that like pig snout motif on his outfit more places.
The motif.
Yeah, look
I
at it.
don't know.
Look at his belt.
Uh,
Look at the
That's
pockets.
what I said.
No, the pockets.
Bro, what has been seen cannot be unseen. Oh, his pockets have noses.
Yeah, and then he has mud on him. He's supposed yeah, and he has like the goat legs, but they're pigs. You know, like the
Hooves?
look at his legs.
Oh, he's got the little Grover moment going on.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. They all look great. What do I say to make myself sound more appealing in your video? Like, what else do I say?
No, I just wanted to make sure I had your reaction.
Oh.
Because you also, and look at, she has the
Super
peas.
Y was my life.
Super Y's love. Super Y's life.
I loved Super Y even when I was like 14.
Me too.
Like, this is so embarrassing.
No, it's great. You like the peas on the top of her gloves
I
and the.
love her peas. I love her peas. I'm just kidding. I think they're cute because it's kind of like pearls, but they're peas. That's kind of genius.
Thank you. That's what I was going for. She had more
But
purple
imagine
on her, but-
stringing peas around your neck.
They're not actual peas.
Let's be so for real right now. like canned peas.
They're not actual peas.
Little string.
And And that's where I end this part of showing you them. She died. She thought she was funny and she died. It's horrible.
Anyway.
I was just gonna say, I really had the idea of when I was gonna do, I'm like, take her dress but shorten it.
Ooh. Scandalous. I'm just kidding. Just funny that was your first thought.
To make it like a poofy, shorter skirt. Like a tutu. Not tutu.
She's a child.
For freckles, too.
Oh, she's so cute.
And then she has lots of freckles.
Do you think people be upset about the lack of diversity in Super Y? I don't think so.
There's a pig!
I was literally about to say that.
They added the new
I was
page.
gonna say they got different skin tones, they got different backgrounds, and then there's a pig.
I just didn't. The pink is closer to white, so that's why. And he's definitely a white boy. Let's
be honest. Let's be so for real.
I couldn't help but make him blonde with glasses, though.
No, he's adorable.
I thought it fit.
He's adorable. Please subscribe and hit the like button and share this video because my sister works very hard and she won't ask for this. And so I quit laughing. She won't ask, so I will. Adios and Merry Christmas. Please say this comes out in January.
That's my plan.
And Happy New Year's. Peace out. Now, click the thing so it turns off. Turn it off. Hurry, before they hear me.
I hope that was enjoyable. Yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you everyone who watched this video, especially those who watched all the way through. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye-bye!